Alexandra, about a signal to the citizens of Poland, Polish Foreign Minister Radosław Sikorski has proposed that the West intercept Russian drones and missiles in Ukrainian airspace. Tagesschau reports. The proposal came after Russian drones entered Polish airspace, and Le Monde also reported that hundreds of European and American politicians support Ukrainians' Sky Shield initiative. The program would allow Europe to shoot down Russian drones and missiles over Western and Central Ukraine. Do NATO members have the political will to authorize intercept operations inside Ukrainian airspace, and under what legal frameworks could such actions be justified?
Well, we understand that those drones that are coming into Romania, that are coming into Poland, that are coming into Lithuania, they are potentially those drones that are maybe not to damage effectively right now, damage these countries right now, but to make sure how active are the systems of NATO countries and of European countries. How can they be intercepted? How far can they fly in? What can they do inside those countries? So if before we talked about hybrid attacks, these are potential actual attacks. And we understand that this is very, very dangerous. And those drones that fell in Poland and that were intercepted over Polish territory, those drones are potentially extremely dangerous, because what can be done with those drones, for example? Can tactical nuclear weapons be flown with those drones, for example, or any kind of biological weapons or anything? If Russia is saying that these are not our drones, of course, we've heard Russia saying that these are not their soldiers in Crimea, for example, that occupied Crimea, and later on it appeared that these were indeed Russian soldiers, and even Putin talked about that. And now Russia is saying, oh no, these are not our drones. We don't know how they came about. Probably UFOs flying from somewhere, from Mars or from somewhere else. But they are not admitting that these are Russian drones. And of course, for NATO countries, for European countries, it is grave danger. And talking about NATO, talking about the alliance, maybe without the American, again, green light, they will not be able to do that. But NATO are the forces that are combined from the forces of the European countries. And the European Union, and especially the coalition of the willing, has a mind of its own, let's put it this way. And of course, we understand if especially Germany, for example, helps Poland, Germany helps, again, Lithuania or Latvia or Estonia or Finland or any countries that are on the border with Russia, this will be this will make those countries safer. And talking about Ukrainian airspace, of course, we can talk about, again, as Russia is saying that these are not their drones, missiles that are intercepting drones or missiles above Ukrainian airspace. It can also be said that those weapons that are intercepting missiles above Ukrainian airspace from the European Union, they're seeing those missiles and drones as a danger to their own territory. They see it as a danger. So this is why they're doing that, because we've seen those unknown drones, unknown, quote unquote, unknown drones, the unknown where they're coming from, those drones coming in to European and NATO airspace. So maybe they need to secure, for example, Ukraine. They need to secure countries that are on the border with NATO countries, on the border with European countries, with the European Union countries, I mean, of course. So maybe they can justify this by saying that they see those drones, those rockets, those missiles flying into Ukrainian airspace as a potential danger for their countries. So this is why they want to intercept it. Although, of course, we understand that all these systems are extremely expensive, and it's difficult to say how much European countries can put into those intercepting drones and missiles in Ukrainian airspace. But we understand also that NATO countries, although maybe not having enough political will, but the European Union and the European countries might and should and most probably will have more political will. And moreover, this might be, this is just an idea, might be applauded by the White House, might be applauded by President Trump, because all he wants is Europe to be more active. All he wants is Europe to take the lead, to take the main part in securing Ukraine and securing Ukrainian airspace. So if it doesn't have to do with NATO per se, meaning American air forces, of course, and American forces in general, then we might see actually these things happening, especially having this possibility to justify it by saying that they see it as a danger to their own territory after those unknown UFO drones coming into European countries.
Alexandra, I sincerely thank you for this insightful conversation. As always, a political analyst, European Leadership Network UK member Alexandra Filippenko was with us today. I wish you all the best and see you soon.
Thank you very much. See you soon.